Welcome back, guys, to a brand new Black Ops 2 video. And in today's video, I have my combat record slash class setup, long awaited, long anticipated actually. And here I'm just sitting in a party. Invite me, please. But anyway, I have to do this combat record video before joining anyone else because I want to be solo when I'm doing this. So I'm level 45, Prestige 3. I actually Prestige 2 days ago because I want to get the Diamond Snipers, and the only way to do that was to get prestige or tokens for my next prestige that I could use to unlock an XPR because I didn't have any tokens previously in the last prestige left. So, without further ado, here's my combat record. Here you can see my career. I have 98,696 kills, almost 100,000. I have 1,535 wins and a 2.55 KD. To go a little more in depth, there's my profile shot. If you want to know how to get that shot, you just have to go on Plaza. And then I have the Nuclear Killer, Master Killer, Domination Master, three of my favorites, and the Nuked Out, of course. My win-loss is only a 0.45. That's because most of the time I am playing solo nowadays. And then I actually leave lobbies a lot, especially when I'm playing solo, because you get put into games that are already like halfway through or your team's losing, and usually when you're playing solo, the only reason there's room for you to join sessions that are already started is because your team's losing and everyone else backed out. So that's kind of part of the reason why it's not as good. And don't get me wrong, when I'm playing in full parties, like, you know, a lot of YouTubers, the reason their win loss is so high is like, you know, one or two, is because they're always playing in full parties and stuff. And we actually experimented with this the other day. I went in with like a 5-man to a 6-man party, you know, it alternated between the games. And we were playing the objective, getting kills, getting our streaks and stuff. And we managed to go on like a 30 win streak or a 29 win streak, something like that. And that just kind of proves to you that when you're playing in a party, it's sort of easy to get a good win-loss, if you're hearing me right. My score per minute is only 463. That's probably because in the first few months of the game, I was only going for those golden launchers and all that kind of stuff. So it probably suffered because of that, and I never reset my stats and stuff. Yeah, so moving on, here's the combat summary. 5,974 headshots, 593 unstoppables, and 3 kill chains. Here's my KD just so you can get a little idea of how I play for the last 5 games. 15.4 KD, 26 KD, 8 KD, 20.33 KD, 49 KD. And I don't even know, I got into a bunch of good lobbies and I managed to do this, and I didn't back out at all, and my team won all the games, so it's pretty awesome. My deadliest score streak is the Lodestar, although I don't use it as often. I have 2,818 kills with it. You see my win-loss and domination isn't very good, but currently I've been playing solo for the last 8 games, and I'm on an 8-win streak. Best win streak, like I said earlier, is at 29. I've gotten 90 nuclears, and you can see I've failed the nuclears a lot, or the game ends on me, because I have 189, over double the amount of nuclears I have. I have a 25 gun streak for, so, and you can see I pretty much have double the relentless medals as I do as the brutal, so I do fail a lot at the nuclears. I don't think any of this stuff matters. I mean, maybe these, kill chains, 3 ultra, 7 mega, blah blah blah, you get the idea. Weapons. This is probably an important thing. When commentators say use the weapon that you feel most comfortable with if you're looking for good gameplay, I think a good way to check that is by looking at your stats with each weapon, and whichever one you have the highest KD, that's either an assault rifle or submachine usually, you should probably use that to go for your gameplays. You see, I use a PDW a lot, but it is not my highest KD weapon, although it is fairly high. The AN94, in fact, I have a 3.48 KD, MP7 3, 2s, all in the 2s right here, 3.35 with the FAL. That's a very good gun, I think. High 2 KDs all across the boards pretty much, except for like the shotguns and snipers and pistols. You probably won't do as well with them, but even a hammer, 3.86 KD, 3.66 with LSAT. And so you see these, it doesn't even give you a KD for them. But most guns I have either a 2 or 3 KD, besides most of the snipers and pistols, which are very hard to get over 2 KD with. You can see my equipment. I don't use equipment that much anymore, but back in the day I used to use C4 a lot, concussions a lot, and I don't normally use them anymore unless I prestiged in the last few days and I needed to use them to get up to the next level, so I didn't have to use them anymore. But here you can see I'm a non-lethal runner most of the time now. UAVs over 5,000, counter UAVs over 3,000, orbitals over 2,000, and then my K9s, I've gotten a fair amount of them. You see there's my Lodestar K9 swarms. And let's get into the class setups now. Alright, so these aren't the best classes probably, because I do like to interchange, mix and match and all that kind of stuff. I probably would change this stuff out right here usually, and my usual perk setup would be that lightweight, toughness, scavenger, and dexterity. That's usually what I run on every class, and that's what I did before I prestiged. MSMC, silencer, fastback, that's also a good setup, but I would probably use primary gunfighter and add on stock or quick draw. That's a usual class setup for me. I'd probably change the gun out, but I'd usually leave primary gunfighter so I could get stock, quick draw, and whatever else I want on it as my third attachment, and I'd always use these perks. So here are my guns. Don't mind all the perks and secondaries and all. Just look at the primary gun and keep in mind the perks I used for the first class there. MP7, silencer, fast mag. DSR, I kind of want a DSR or any sniper for that matter as one of my class slots, just in case I want to feel like quick scoping and all that. Vector, that's a good class. You might want to interchange like silencer for stock. You don't always need silencer on your weapons. And remember again, dexterity, toughness, scavenger, and lightweight. These are just messed up at the moment. PDW, this is actually a good class right here. It's similar to the lightweight, scavenger, all that stuff, with the exception of the first perks, hardline and flak jacket. This is kind of like a rushing class slash stealth because it's got the silencer, and I normally, if I wanted to use this class, I would use the high Lodestar, like K9 swarm, all that stuff, or VTOL, since I don't have that unlocked at the moment. And then finally an FAL. I always like to keep an FAL class handy just because it's a great gun, and I'd recommend you use a reflex, stock, quick draw, or extended mag. It's personal preference. See what works best for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. There's my nuked out title right there, and hope you enjoy. Ahi boy out. Peace.